Hey guys, it is Ashley from theawakenstate.net. Now today, this video is for you if you are saying one thing but doing another, and you're either procrastinating, you're feeling a lack of motivation, you're feeling that sense of inaction, or you want to do something but you're too afraid to do it. This video is totally for you, so stay tuned. So today I really want to talk about incongruency, and I mentioned this a little in the last video, but the main thing I want to touch on is this concept of the mind-body disconnect and how the mind-body connection can really help you in life, but it can also really hinder you if you're in a space where you are disconnecting the mind from the body. And so, like I said in the video, this is for you if you're one of those people where you feel like you're either procrastinating a lot, you're in a space of inaction on your goals or your projects, or maybe you're trying to manifest something, but you're refusing to take action, or any of those kind of things. So what I really want to say is there's this concept that we have to honor when it comes to manifestation. And it's the space of becoming an energetic match. And I've touched on this quite a few times, but the main point I want to say today is we have to ask ourselves, are we saying one thing, but we're doing another? Are we saying the affirmations, but doing nothing differently with our life? Are we saying we're going to do something, but we actually don't make the decision to do it? Are we saying we want to move forward and, change the relationship? We want to go after the goal we want. We want to start the exercise program. We want to do whatever goal you want. But we're not doing anything differently. This is such a crucial conversation because this is where the mind-body disconnect occurs. And it occurs when we don't connect the mind to the body, so we disconnect our sense of magnetism. And our magnetism is created with our energetics. So if our energy is off, that means the entire domino effect is off. And so if the domino effect is off, then you won't receive your results because there's an incongruency occurring in the energy. So I want you to think about it like this, because this is a really easy way to understand this. So if your mind is saying one thing, but doing another thing, this could look like this. So for instance, say you want to have more money in your life. So you want to have more abundance in your life. So you're writing abundance affirmations, but deep inside, you're actually terrified. You're terrified of your bills. You're terrified of spending money. You're actually confused on where the money is coming from. And so maybe there's this element of where you're saying that you want to be abundant, but inside you're feeling immense lack. Now, what's occurring from this is you are saying one thing with your conscious mind, you're feeling another with your subconscious mind, and what's occurring is you have two different vibrations going on in your system. And because of this, you're saying one thing and doing another. You're saying one thing, this is what you want, but you're doing a entirely different thing because your energetic signature, your framework is saying lack. So you're actually saying, I'm in lack consciousness, but you're affirming consciously that you're in abundance consciousness. So the universe cannot override your free will. So what occurs from this is you have two conflicting vibrations happening simultaneously in your nervous system. And naturally, the subconscious will always win because the subconscious overrides the conscious mind. So what does that put you in? That puts you in a state of lack. So it's not about feeling the feelings of it already being real, so much so as you connecting to the affirmation you're saying. And so when you connect to the affirmation you're saying, now you may understand that while you're in lack and you're desiring abundance, instead you would frame it from an energy of, okay, but if I do say abundance is all around me, but I'm still making decisions in lack, then maybe the actual answer is I need to start looking for the abundance around me and starting to make more decisions from a state of abundance. So, for instance, this can be very simply as I'm looking for the abundance in my life. So I'm saying, I see abundance all around me. Abundance is all around me every time, every day. But instead, because I feel I'm in lack right now, instead of tuning into that emotion, because the emotion's there, and instead lean heavily on the affirmation, I see abundance all around me. And instead of relying on the lack that you're feeling, and instead rely on that affirmation to be used as a fuel towards the new actions you decide to take. So, for example, I see abundance all around me, but I'm still feeling lack right now. Now, when I go to pay my bills, I can instead say gratitude for them. Instead of frantically freaking out about spending money, I can be grateful that I can spend the money. Do you see the difference? So, for instance, if I'm saying I see abundance all around me, and then I change my actions I'm saying, now I'm starting to work with the mind-body connection because I'm trying to get my subconscious on board. And now the more you do this, it becomes an easier way to start to change your habits and change your manifestation practice, because now you're not frantically forcing yourself to feel a state of abundance, but rather you're actually starting to work with the mind-body connection and train the subconscious mind to take new actions. So, for instance, if I'm saying I see abundance all around me and then I'm feeling lack, but then I take the new action that I'm going to be grateful, and I'm going to start being grateful now for paying my bills. I'm going to feel grateful for when I swipe my card at the cash register, and I'm going to feel grateful for being able to afford my groceries this week. Now I'm starting to enable a different conversation. So the incongruency starts to dissipate because I'm no longer reliant on that emotional framework, and instead I'm starting to work with that affirmation and use it as evidence to support new evidence in my nervous system, in my reality. And when we do that, we have now linked the mind back to the body. So now we feel more safe, more accepted, more secure in our body to take the action we need to take. So, for example, if we have a hard time following through and we have a hard time getting motivated, you need to start focusing on affirmations that help with motivation. If you have a hard time with following through, you need to start focusing on affirmations on following through. If you have a hard time with procrastinating, you need to understand why are you procrastinating? Is it something you don't want to do, or is it something that's stopping you, or is it that you're putting yourself last? Because there's always a story going on behind the scenes. And the more we understand our incongruency, our inauthentic vibration, then we can start to shift and change the stories we're telling about our manifestations. So today your tip is I want you to identify what are the things I'm saying I'm going to do, but I don't follow through with the action. What am I doing? What am I saying about what I'm going to do, but then I don't actually do it? where is the incongruency living? Because it's going to show up when we don't follow through, when we procrastinate, when we are stuck in a place of low motivation. There's something going on, and you have to identify what is going on that is stopping the process, because that's like the kink in the hose that you just need to let go, because that's where it all starts. And the more you begin to bring awareness to that, and like I said, you start to make those new choices, and you start to use that affirmation as a building block rather than dependent on your single emotion in that moment, because that emotion's valid, that emotion's real. There's nothing wrong with that. But instead you use that affirmation as a building block to make new choices, new habits. We start to create a different conversation. And that's what it's truly all about. So your tip for today is to identify, where are you not doing what you say you're going to do? And how can you start to do things differently? All right, I'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed this tip. I would love to hear your thoughts below. Stay tuned.